Time for another video. This time it's some politics. Another continuation from a political video I made a while back addressing the Democrats, man, how they coming at black people, in particular freedmen, descendants, foundational black Americans whose ancestors go back hundreds of years on this land, North American land, known as the United States, or a portion of the United States. And you got a lot of these Democrats still using that old school tactic, man. You know, that old Jim Crow type of thinking, man. Like they have no clue like how to use it. Thinking, you know, they call black people who deviate from, you know, the ways of the elders and all that stuff, the old folk. They call them woke and all that, man. But I'm here to tell you, man, I'm 44 years old, going on 45, and I met younger dudes driving this Uber, man. They're not even on, like, like y'all. Like, that's the thing, man. Y'all days is numbered. The Democratic Party your days are numbered, man. Like, your strategy is old and outdated. It hasn't been updated, and you can't update it because the knowledge is out here now. Like, the youth have a taste for knowledge, and we want things now because of what we know about our history. You know, if you're a foundational black American or descendant of freedmen, interchangeably, you know, whatever the two you want to use, you know, it's like you're not gonna appease us. You know, I'm an older generation, but I always had a sense of justice about me, where I always spoke up for myself. That's why it took me having to do this kind of work, or Uber work, in order for me to work. I don't like unfair, unbalanced scales. I can't deal with it. If I feel like I'm being mistreated, and I know I'm being mistreated, I just lose all motivation to continue to work. Like, man, that's just, man, like, I can't do it, man. Knowing that I'm being cheated, it's hard to work. I rob and steal from the cheater before I work for him. But let me go back to the subject, just to let you know, because that's how I think, and there's a lot of youth who think like that. I'm just saying, like, there's no strategy that y'all can use except give us what we have owed to us. You say, well, you didn't own no slaves and all that. It's not about you owning slaves as individual white people. It's about the government still here. Like, the government of the United States didn't phase out. It didn't phase out and then phase in to another government. It's the same government. You know, it owes us, man. It has a long-standing debt. And civil rights, that's not it. The civil rights bill, that's not reparations. You know, you got to give us what we have coming. And if you don't give it, hey, just be prepared to think of some other party that y'all can come up with. But it's never going to be the same. You're never going to have a bunch of dumb black people or naive black people, or black people who are just happy to be acknowledged. That's not good enough. Speaking to the youth, y'all don't speak to the youth at all. The Democratic Party doesn't speak to the youth at all. And you can't groom these youth that is coming up. The knowledge is out here. We know our history. We see how you guys treat us. You know, you're talking about Trump. Like, that doesn't scare us. Trump doesn't scare us. It's like a lot of black youth out here, man. We got a totally hardened. We kind of got like a hardened mindset. The youth in particular is very interesting, man. Like, it's almost to a point of kind of like insanity, man. How the youth are now, like how war hardened they are, man. You dealing with youth out here like, how could I say, like, black youth in particular, black youth, man, they stepping over dead bodies, put it that way. It's like, even the so-called girly girl, it's like you don't understand what you're dealing with. It's like living this system of white supremacy have made black people more hardened. We become more hardened, more calloused, I would say more desensitized to violence. And, the consequences of it. It's like, how are you going to convince the youth? That's even my generation. How are you going to convince us that catfish nuggets and acknowledging our existence is enough, man? You're dealing with black people out here who are with white women, white men. Like, there's nothing you dangling is not efficient enough. Maybe that worked back in the day when them old black folks, Jim Crow, But black people, we have a taste of white people now. Like, we're not impressed with y'all trying to offer. It's not enough. It's not good enough. And y'all gonna find out in this election, man, the only way y'all gonna win is y'all cheat. Quote unquote again. Y'all gotta cheat to win. But trying to speak for us and tell us what we like and who we voting for, we'll take Trump over who y'all got to offer. Remember that Cyborg movie, some of y'all? How the intro came on with Van Damme and Vender? We like the misery. We like this pain. Change the world. Why? That's what we own, man. We're not scared of Trump, the boogeyman. Let the apocalypse come. We'll be all right. We want to see what y'all are. Come out the bag and show us the racists y'all really are. What you gonna do about it, Democrat? You talk about Trump is racist and the Republicans is racist. What y'all gonna do about it? Y'all not gonna stop them? Where are y'all at? you got to stop them before they become the president, huh? Or after they become the president, then you can't stop them. That's what you're saying. If you're acknowledging that there's a bunch of racists out here, why aren't y'all not doing nothing preemptively? Why y'all gotta wait till a president become elected in order to do something about the quote-unquote racists? No, there ain't no quote-unquote racist Republican. Both of y'all sides are racist, white supremacists. It's like, y'all gonna have to cheat to win, man. There's gonna come a time when black people not gonna be voting at all. It's gonna be like a passing thing. Like, oh, you going to vote? I might. It's not gonna be no importance to it. We're gonna start doing things for ourselves because y'all not trying to help. Y'all not trying to help, man. Y'all not trying to help black people. Y'all want us at the bottom because y'all need us, a boogeyman, to keep cohesion between the races, the other lighter races. Without a black boogeyman that hate or despise or look down on, y'all society will crumble. The racism is an integrated part of this system, this governmental system, but that made it successful for so long. So y'all very reluctant to give us the kind of rights that we need to level the playing field between all the races. But that's the way that's gonna move humanity forward. You can't just have a one-sided, the lighter races over the darker races. You stifling human ingenuity. No telling what kind of breakthroughs we can come about when all racial minds and perspectives are working together. Each race has a certain set of DNA to make us unique. There's a lot of generalized features and phenotypes, but the race is true. It matters. There's genetic traits that goes down to the mind, the way we think, our experiences, how we deal with the world. And this racism must end. I ain't said enough. Got some pickup riders to be continued.